I'm Josh.
I'm Banks. Odd places. Going?
Going viral.
Yeah. Josh,
Nice hair.
when was the last time you chased your tail?
My own tail.
Yep.
I don't tend to look at it too much, but physically, not too often. And I got a rump, let me tell you. But nah, metaphorically speaking, probably all the time. Probably all the time.
What does that mean? What does that mean when I say chase your tail?
I always take that to mean kind of going round and round. Like you think you're going somewhere, but you're still in one place. You're chasing yourself. So
Yeah. Yeah, I look at it as making the same mistakes over and over and over again. In relationships, I would find myself doing the same thing, Oh my gosh, I can't get close to him. Why do I not want to get close to him? I got to get out. I'm running away,
So you're chasing the wrong tail. You should have been chasing her tail, not your own.
Yeah. I feel in life, I'm fairly stubborn. Okay. I try to be as open as possible. I don't blame my parents for my stubbornness. My mom's extremely stubborn. And, when I raised kids, that's what I did. I raised them like I thought my mom raised them. So,
well, are you stubborn or do you have standards?
no, I am
Are they
stubborn.
different?
No,
Okay.
it's stubborn because the difference between having standards and stubbornness, and let me see if you agree with this, is that stubbornness is ego driven.
Yeah.
And standards is not ego driven. Standards, you want to be the best that you can.
It's morality and ethics driven. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I am constantly finding myself stubborn. So I've got to, once I'm stubborn, I got to deal with that. And
Okay.
I have to learn, I have to be confronted. I think I heard this when I was younger, like a fifth grader needs to hear something 26 times in order to agree with it or to understand it, or to know it. And I think I'm more like 342 times before I.
Oh. Yeah. Interesting. I think most adults still need that. You say kids, 26 times, but I think most adults, we need to hear things over and over and over before it finally sinks in. Almost like we have an auto skepticism. Like the first time you tell us something, we're automatically going to be like, nope, that can't be true.
Right. I have a friend of mine, and she hears my trials and tribulations, and occasionally I'll ask her. I don't know if I've ever done this. Maybe I have, but I'm thinking about it right now. I'm thinking I should ask her next time. Am I going in a circle? Am I doing the same thing over and over? And I think I'm not. I think I have jumped out of that. I got kicked out of the, you know what? Maybe COVID was what kicked me out of the little loop that I was in.
Could be. The question is, how do we know we're chasing our tails? Do we need a third party? Do we need third party perspective to kind of shake us up?
How do we get out of the continued rotation? Unless, I mean, another way to do that is to write down all of your thoughts. And if you write them down, you can come back later and go, oh my God, I'm thinking the same thing, 3 years ago. High school girlfriend of mine, she and I are close. We still talk on the phone. And I tell her about my trials and tribulations in my life, and with dating, with life, with friendships, with everything. And she has a great perspective because she's like, hey, you were like that, Banks, when you were in high school. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, I am doing the same stuff I did in high school as I'm doing right now. And I got to get out.
That's right. I think you look at results too, right? That would be the thing that would tell us, if we're getting the same results, what is that Einstein quote? If you keep getting the same results, you're probably chasing your tail. I think that was his official quote.
Oh,
right?
I see. I always thought it was stupidity was doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different outcome.
Yes, see, you got it. That's the one. I'm just adapting it for our conversation. Where if you keep getting the same results, you're probably chasing your tail.
Right, right. Now,
Yeah.
now let me ask you something, because we talked about ego, and
Hmm.
I'm going to just slide over to id for a minute. Um, so my question to you is, did the word idiot come from id?
Ooh, never thought about that. Idiot. It. Hmm. I want to say no because I think I looked this up before. Idiot, moron, imbecile used to be psychological terms, like actual, real, science-based psychology terms.
Right.
Uh, so I don't think so, but I could be wrong.
Hmm. Yeah, I was just that crossed my mind today, and since we were talking about how ego, my stubbornness and ego, I thought I might throw it in there too.
Although lunatic does come, you know where lunatic comes from?
No, uh, the
Luna,
moon.
Luna, the moon. So basically, someone who howls at the moon, who every time that's where lunatic comes from. Someone who's crazy enough to like howl at the moon. Yeah.
Oh wow, wow. Okay, I think I need to start howling at the moon. Do you howl at the moon, Josh?
No, sometimes I'll talk to it. I'll say, hey, what's up,
You talk to the
Mr. Moon?
moon? You talk to the
Yeah, why
moon.
not? Why not?
Does the
You don't
moon
wait. You
talk?
don't talk to the moon.
I have never talked to the moon. I talk to my
So
trees.
you chase your own tail, but you don't talk to the moon. All right. I think this just might be semantics, but sure. Talk to the moon. Why not?
I do. I talk to my plants when they're beautiful. I tell them they're beautiful. The moon is an inanimate object, isn't it?
It is. So if it talks back, that's the only problem.
Okay, so
As long
it
as it
does
doesn't talk
not.
back, you're good.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. It doesn't. I mean, does the moon talk back for you or to you?
Not yet.
Yeah.
Still waiting. Now your
Uh,
plants probably talk back to you though, which is a good thing.
they grow. They grow. I
Yeah.
mean,
That's
they.
how they express themselves.
Yeah, that is how they. Oh, you know how else they express themselves? They give me oxygen.
Ah, that's right. Flowers,
So, so if they give
oxygen.
me enough oxygen, here's something I want to know: is do plants chase their tail?
Do plants have a tail? Actually, for that matter, we don't have a tail.
Well,
We have-
we probably used to have a tail. Here's the thing
yes,
with plants, though. I mean, they are on a cycle all the time. They are in the loop all of the time. I mean,
that's right.
they go with whatever nature gives it.
So I don't think they chase their tail. I think they react perfectly to their environment. They react perfectly. They don't have to repeat the same mistakes. I think plants learn better than we do.
Really? Oh, I
Yeah.
heard this one podcast about plants and how in forests they work together, and if someone over here doesn't have
Yes.
enough, they
They
share
they
the.
shuttle the water and they share the yeah.
Yes.
The root systems are all
The
intertwined.
the the other thing is they they help each
And they
other out, and in this study they put a pipe, a water pipe, and they found that plants would grow towards the water pipe, even though the water pipe didn't have any leaks. If it had a leak, you would see it grow. If it didn't have a leak, you would still see it grow towards wherever this pipe was. And I thought, wow.
so not only are plants smarter than we are, they don't have the ego that we do. How awesome.
Do they have
I'm
the
envious.
id? Do they have the id? They
Yeah.
probably have the
But
id because they're in the
yeah.
present. I mean, they're
Yeah.
definitely right now in the present.
I think they're all id. They're 100% id, but in a good way, in a natural way.
Okay,
So
well
here,
then,
yeah,
okay, go ahead. Why can't we be id in the natural way?
because we're in an unnatural society. We built unnaturalness around us, and it's poisoned us. It's poisoned our ids. But I want to. Here's one thing I want back. I want the tail back. If we ever had a tail,
Hmm.
I want it back.
Really?
How awesome would it be to have a tail that can scratch your own back? I can't scratch my back. If I had a tail, my tail can go around and like scratch my own back.
I use a pole. I'll be walking and I'll just Lean up to a pole.
Yeah, but you got to carry a pole with you.
Yeah.
I'd rather just zip my pants down, let my tail come out, and just kind of zip, 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 zip. Right?
Clean,
Good to go.
clean, or scratch your back. I'm Banks, and that is
Josh.
yeah. We are Odd Places going.
Viral.